Well, I
sure.
was gonna say earlier that the name Virtuosa. Were you already using that during your time in Ring of Honor and TNA, or was that something that you developed on NXT?
So I was using that at Ring of Honor.
Okay.
I don't think I ever used it at Impact, but I'm not sure. But definitely Ring of Honor, and that's kind of the whole reason I picked that word.
Yeah.
And then I'm working on trademarking it because it's mine. Like WWE doesn't own it or anything, so it'll be mine forever, hopefully.
Honestly, I didn't know that word existed until you came along.
Oh, good.
Never heard that once. Never seen it in the dictionary, nothing. So
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Awesome.
How was your time in TNA wrestling? Was it already called Impact at the time, or was it still called TNA when you were there?
Maybe like the first time I worked there in 2014, it maybe was TNA. I don't know. But any other time it's just been Impact. And like,
Sure.
I think just because going back to like Virtuosa and kind of developing this like sense of character and personality, like I struggled working in Impact those first few times because they wanted characters. And I think that's something that they've always been really big on is like characters and promos and vignettes and things like that. And I didn't have any of that to offer. So the first few times I would go, it was like, okay, well, you're an 18-year-old shy little girl, so just play that up and be shy. And I was like, okay, I'll do whatever you want. Like,
Deonna Purrazzo, as she told us at the top of this one-night-only broadcast, young lady from the Garden State.
Jersey girl right here. She's a little shy, though. A little shy. We saw that earlier. Maybe she's a little starstruck here. The bright lights of TNA may be a little too much for her right now. We'll see. She's very shy. Usually Jersey girls are not shy. They're usually very outgoing and very outspoken and very annoying. But that's just
very annoying.
Well, I'm a New York guy.
And then the second time I went back, it was still like, I don't really have a character, but I'm a better wrestler this time. And it was like, okay, well, you're a good wrestler. Be like an obnoxious, crazy good wrestler. Like do crazy roles and like tell Brooke Tessmacher, moms can't wrestle and like.
I'm just watching her and I can't stop smiling because I know what this moment feels like. I know what this means for her to be back here. This is a new version of Brooke that we're getting ready to see right now.
And this won't be an easy out for Brooke returning here to Impact. Great ovation for Brooke, but Deonna, they have some history here. We'll touch on that in just a second, but again, Hope, for Brooke, this isn't going to be an easy win.
Well, no, Brooke has been away from the ring for quite some time, and anytime you've been away that long.
I didn't have anything to offer them, so they kind of gave me things that I didn't particularly like, but it was like, okay, well, I'm going to prove you that I can, do whatever and do something good with whatever you give me. So it was really a struggle those first few times I worked there because I didn't know what I was getting myself into, and I just wasn't ready for what they needed from me.
During your time in TNA, what was your favorite match that you had there that you remember?
So for Knockouts Knockdown, maybe it was like maybe it was 2016, or I'm not sure, but I wrestled Madison Rain in like that first round of that tournament that they did, and I kind of play like a really like super fan, like I was here and I wasn't me, and now I'm me, and I'm so happy to be back, and like I'm shaking her hand and we're exchanging pins, and then there was one moment in the match where she like rolled me up once or twice, and I popped up and I was like, this is awesome! Everything is awesome!
Stifler. How old are you? Stifler can be Kyrie Irving. Cover here.
Great quickness by Madison Rain. That's what
Kevin Love.
So Deonna's realizing very quickly she's in there.
Another pinning opportunity here and another kick out. I bet you didn't know I was such a Cavs fan.
JB, I didn't really think about it very much before this night, to be honest.
Madison, don't play with her. But that was awesome! Shut up!
That's unorthodox, but I love it, because Madison doesn't know what to make of this.
I don't know what to make
She got up and she said, that was awesome. And the crowd's following, and soon Madison Rain's going, what in the world is going on here?
And it's like it was from the Lego movie, and I was a teacher still, and like my kids at school loved that movie, so I don't know why that just came to me, and I was like, everything is awesome! And then like a minute later, I like turn on her and go full heel, and like I just loved that moment. And like Madison is such a good friend of mine. Like she's just throughout the years been someone to be there for me. So to like get to work with her in that capacity at that time was really, really fun. And then, yeah, that's like one of my favorite moments.
Do you enjoy being a heel more than babyface?
I just think I'm like naturally a heel.
That's funny.
In the ring, like I just feel like on top of just like kind of being a control freak with wrestling now, and I like to like control the pace and like control what the other person is doing and kind of like, you know, and Fred knows like Damien's training is so on the fly and you just kind of talk in there and tell them what you want. Like I do that better than most people if I could like credit myself with something. So
you do it better than everyone. You do it better than everyone.
Okay.
If you're told not to hit the ropes, you know how to do a match without hitting the ropes. If you ask to do a match without taking a bump, you know how to do a match without bumping. A lot of people don't, even the guys, some guys don't know how to do that, you know how to do it all. Deonna can definitely walk the walk and talk the talk.
Oh, thank you. Well, thanks. But that's something I've always prided myself on is like, I can get anyone through any match, and the ring is like my happy place and I can control everything that's happening. So I just think that lends better to heels, being in that position than baby faces do. And I also just think like my mannerisms in the ring lend to that too.
Yeah.